Good morning, and thank you for joining TWEC's daily devotion on the topic Be Ready for the Test. 1 Peter 4 verses 12 to 13 reads, Dear friends, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal that has come on you to test you, as though something strange were happening to you. But rejoice inasmuch as you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. As Bible.org puts it, God tests us because he loves us dearly and wants us to grow in grace and in the knowledge of him. This is why the Bible tells us we can rejoice when being tested. A test is defined as a situation that shows how good something is, or an act of using something to find out if it is working correctly or how effective it is. Christianity.com says that testing can feel like a negative thing, especially from the nervous feeling you get when you have to take an exam. But testing isn't designed to be negative, since passing a test is a joyous occasion where we emerge approved when we pass the test. So being tested by God is simply a part of the process of becoming more like him. The more we lean into him, the more grace he can pour on us. And being tested by God is a matter of the heart and for a specific purpose. Understanding why God tests us will empower us not only to endure the test, but to find joy in them. So in a nutshell, the scripture we just read is essentially telling us to do not be surprised, but keep on rejoicing, as suffering or testing should not take the Christian by surprise. And Old Testament saints such as Job and Joseph suffered, and virtually all the Old Testament prophets suffered, as can be seen in Matthew 5 and 12, even in Acts 7 verses 51 to 53. But Jesus taught that his followers would suffer, and he himself suffered, setting an example for us to follow. The apostles and many in the early church suffered, and they too taught us that we should expect suffering. As such, we are to consciously choose the path of suffering or being tested. Bible.org asks the question, since there is no good reason for suffering or testings to catch Christian unaware, why are some Christians surprised when it comes our way? One reason is the widespread preaching of a distorted gospel in which Christ is presented as the key to earthly bliss and the solution to all our problems. False teachers do not just modify the gospel, they proclaim another gospel which appeals to the flesh. As a result, many think they are Christians who are not. Such Christians become evident when suffering occurs, and they quickly abandon their profession of faith. Unfortunately, a number of true believers also fail to grasp the future dimensions of the blessings brought about by the sacrificial work of Christ. They believe that because Christ suffered in their place, they no longer need to suffer. They are told if they but have the faith, they may live in a constant state of blessings and experiencing many of heaven's blessings now. But this is not the case. We have to suffer and go through tests throughout our Christian walk. Maybe some more than others, and some more severe than others. Whatever the case, know that test and suffering will come our way at some point in our lives. So be prepared. Don't be caught off guard. Don't crumble, but continue to stand in your faith, having the understanding that God is by our side and he will definitely bring us through, even more grounded in him and stronger in our faith. Therefore, let us all be ready for the test. God richly bless you.